Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. I'm a tropical Western astrologer for those of you that are new to me. For those of you returning, you know that I have never done this before, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing a daily update on the astrology of September 2025, the energy update. I'm going to be pulling a card on the astrology. I'm going to be talking about the energy of September because let's be honest, I've been coaching all year long on leading up to this month. This is eclipse season and oh, so much more. So, yes, I've always been saying that there's these five outer planets, four of them are changing sign in 2025. And the fifth one was Pluto that started the whole party in November of 2024, changing into Aquarius once and for all. And so here we are. Five outer planets changing signs within months of each other. This is unprecedented. Us astrologers can't find a time in history when this has happened. And yes, it does suggest new era energy, a whole new beginning. Huge, huge, huge endings and closures for huge, huge, huge new beginnings. It's new earth, it's the new world, it's the new us. It's us connecting with our highest timeline. Okay. It's us connecting with our future self and getting onto that timeline that we know we belong on. So, what I'm going to do first is just give a quick overview of the September 2025 astrology, and then I'll go into each day. Okay. So, I'm going to share the screen. I hope you love the cosmic background. I got all this organized. Hopefully, I'm doing it right. Okay. Hopefully, I know what I'm doing. Okay. And so I'm sharing screen now, and then I'm going up here, right? Yeah, I'm going here, and then I'm going here, and I'm going to share this, and I'm going to present. Here it is, September 2025. Do you love it? Okay, so bear with me. I have not done this before on video, and so hopefully you can follow along quite well. And you can screenshot this so that you can get an overview and you can study this yourself. So I've done the research and I've been looking at the cosmos for September 25. And I've been coaching people not only about these five outer planets that I keep talking about changing, the new era and all that stuff, but I've also been coaching people that 2025 equals nine, and now September is nine. These are the endings that the cosmos have been urging us to close the door, stop doing the bad habit, say goodbye to that relationship that is no longer serving you. Get rid of the toxic or the old. Do we need to label it toxic? Maybe we do, but maybe what we're trying to say is that's the old version of us that is no longer going to be serving us in the new chapter. And so September 2025 is the pivotal. This is it. And I want to talk about the bigger picture that it's setting up for as well. Okay, so here we are, September 2025. Eclipse season is coming. Well, it was kickstarted. If you follow my videos, you saw that I said that it technically started on the August 2022 0 degree new moon in Virgo. So that was not an eclipse, but it was very eclipsy. It basically kickstarted eclipse season for September. So we're in it. Okay, we're in it. But here are the actual eclipses of September right here. September 7, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse at 15 degrees Pisces. So you need to know your birth chart. If you don't know your birth chart, by all means, reach out to me because we need to know where these eclipses are hitting our particular birth chart, the area of life. This is where we need to know what we need to close the door on, what we need to say goodbye to so that we can have the big, bold new beginning. And then September 21, we've got the new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees Virgo. Okay, but sure, there's other things too in September of 2025, and here they are. Okay, Saturn retrograde goes into Pisces on September 1. So the first day of September. So we're going to talk about that for September 1. This is huge. Saturn is already retrograde and it goes back into Pisces on September 1. Mercury moves through Virgo and Libra all of September. It's very, very fast energy. Uranus stations retrograde on September 6. That's like right before the lunar eclipse. That's right. And that's when Uranus stations retrograde. We've got Mars entering Scorpio on September 22. Again, very fast energy, just like Mercury. Fast forward. The inner planets, the personal planets, are all going forward in September. So we're going to talk about that. We've got the Sun entering Libra, and it's the autumn equinox, both happening on September 22. And we've got Venus will enter, this is another inner planet moving very fast, and it's going to enter Virgo on September 19. So that's sort of a quick overview of the other things happening in September, besides, of course, eclipses. So, just to summarize what all of this means, this might sound like a lot of astrological jargon. I just wanted to summarize what this energy of September is here. So, all of the outer planets except for Jupiter will be retrograde in September. Okay. While all of the interpersonal planets are direct. So that's very interesting. The outers are retrograde, the inners are direct. So this might feel like we want to move forward in our personal lives, but there's blocks and restrictions, like bigger blocks, red tape, like the you feel like you can't move forward because of all these big things in your way. It might feel like that in September, you know, also with all this eclipse stuff going on. And then the other thing is it might feel like it's a stall in our plan. But I want to encourage you that you just know that there is a bigger picture here and it's trying to unfold. And it's our higher self asking us for patience and focus and discernment and getting the job done right, not getting the job done fast. So that's what the outer planets versus the inner planets are doing. Inner planets, personal planets, all going forward and straight, quick, quick, quick. That's Venus, that's Mercury, that's Mars, that's the sun, quick, 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 quick. We know this energy well. But then the outer planets, so further away, we're not quite as in tune with them as we are the personal planets. They're all stationing retrograding, asking us to relook, reanalyze, and give it a stalled moment. And I strongly feel that it's actually the cosmos helping us because there's going to be such huge changes in all of our lives in September with these eclipses happening on the 7th and 21st. Of course, it's not on the day of. So for some people it is, but give or take, a 10-day period, stuff happens around eclipses. Stuff comes into our life, stuff ends. Big endings, big closures, big new beginnings, stuff that we never even could have imagined, stuff like this. So I feel like the cosmos are helping us with the outer planets going fast, or sorry, the inner planets going fast, but the outer planets asking us to slow down, have some discernment. Okay. We need to tap into our heart center so that we know what's the best direction for us. We need to have focus. Focus on the monkey mind. The monkey mind is going fast this month. Lots of overthinking, lots of monkey minding. But the outer planets are asking us to have some focus and do this on the daily and have some discernment. So I feel like there's such huge astrology happening in 2025. So, or in September, yes, in 2025, but in September of 2025, this is the crescendo. This is when it changes. This is when all of life is going to change for us. And it's almost like October 1st, 2025 is the new year. It's almost like that. It's almost like here is the new beginning. And it's setting us up for this huge conjunction that's happening in February of 2026. And we're going to be talking about that in these dailies, about how the cosmos are urging us strongly to have the focus, have the patience, work on the thing, set the boundaries, and make some big decisions so that by February 20th, 2026, when there's this huge conjunction that we're going to be talking about, it's going to change everything. And it truly is new era energy. And by then we have built the thing, right? By then we have focused on the thing, right? And I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you go through your birth chart so that you can know where this energy is hitting you. So that's what I'm going to be doing on these dailies. And I'm so excited to be here for you. This is the first time I've ever done this, like I said. So bear with me. I'm learning all the things along with you, and I am setting the structures and building the thing and making the dream a reality every single day and focusing on it every single day, which is exactly what the cosmos are urging us to do. So let's pull a card on just September 2025. Woo, it's coming out. They're coming out. Okay, they're coming out. Here you go. Here you go. We're going to put those back in and we're going to pull a card for September 2025. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, this is the card for September 2025. Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, can you see it? There it is. Knight of Wands in reverse. So when he's upright, he's not quite the king. So the King of Wands is extremely magnetic and knows how to manifest all the things, and things just come to him so easily. So he's trying to get there, but he's not quite the king and he's not quite as magnetic as he wants to be. So this is sort of how we're feeling. Like we can feel this energy. It's extremely palpable. We're not exactly sure how to get there yet. We're not quite the king yet. I get it. We're all there. Okay. And so that's why I'm here to step you through this energy. I've said so many times, if I had a nickel for every text message that has come through from friends, family, clients going, what the heck is going on with these cosmos? I get it. It's a lot. So that's why I'm here. And we're going to look into every day of September, what is going on with the cosmos. And you're going to see that the first week, the first 7 days of September is so much. And so I'm really looking forward. Just even the first week of September is so much energy. So by all means, stick with me, ask me the questions. And if you like the way that I coach and I teach, then by all means, sign up with me in September because my prices will be increasing in October. I do one-to-one coaching. We can dive deep into all the things. I do astrology readings for chart reading for 1 hour, and I also have a membership. So check out my services, sign up with me this month, and follow me on these daily updates. Okay. September 26. Okay, car accidents everywhere you go, people fighting everywhere you go, people tailgating you. People telling you off in traffic, people fighting, families fighting, people really losing it. Are you noticing on your social media feeds? Like people are losing it and they just keep like, yeah, yeah. So they're on a rant and they can't stop, no matter if it's out in traffic, if it's out on the social medias, if it's the phone calls, the texts. Are you noticing? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. This is Mars square Pluto, and it's here for a while. It's going into the weekend. This is what I've been coaching with the cosmos for. This is why I am doing daily updates in astrology for the month of September. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yes, the eclipses. How do you navigate eclipses? We've been talking about that. We've been talking about that. And now this is the eclipse hangover times a million because this week we're in right now is the hardest week of the year in the astrology. Yes. Okay. I'm honoring you all. I've been getting lots of comments and feedback about, yeah, yeah, know exactly what you said. I'm like, I know. I know. So we're all breathing, we're all hydrating, we're resting, we're not working too hard, right? Okay. Those are all definitely like top tier self-care during times like this. But the other thing that I've really been focusing on is stopping the doom scrolling. Like stopping opening up my apps for social media as much. Just stop it. Like I'm just stopping because it's not good for my mental health during a week like this. I don't know who it's good for. It's not good for anyone right now. I'm not posting much on my you or on my Instagrams. I'm posting daily on YouTube to help you navigate these energies. That's why I'm here. But in terms of going on the Instagrams and stuff, It's a cesspool out there. Stuff I'm seeing, like even in my friends and family, what they're updating, and what they're obsessing over and stuff. And I'm not judging anyone. That's the key here. Like you're just observing, you're taking that step back. This week, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we take that step, take the deep breath in, take the step back, observe, and remain neutral? Oh, okay, so so and so over there is on a rant about the politics. Oh, okay, take the step back, observe. Oh, family member over there is like losing it about this particular subject, this particular cause. Oh, okay, so I see what's happening over there in the war. Okay, observer role. This week we are very much encouraged. I am encouraging you. High level Mars squaring Pluto. The high vibe version of Mars squaring Pluto is getting us to do exactly this. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck. Get so sick and tired of it all. And especially of your own BS. And that's not at all to place blame or to get you on some kind of a shame spiral. That's not what I'm trying to do with that. But if there's anything that I've noticed about people in shadow work, is people don't really do the shadow work. They're not even interested in shadow work until they are sick and tired of their own BS. And you get to that point. This is one of those weeks where you get to that point where you get so sick and tired of the repeated negative loops. And who have you got to blame? Nobody, hopefully not yourself either, but you start to realize, well, I actually have some power and I'm going to take back my power and I'm going to be holding myself accountable and fully responsible for the energy that I bring to the table. What I'm feeling is my own business. What everybody else is feeling, what everybody else is saying is their business. My business is what's going on in here and here. What's going on inside of me? I'm going to take radical responsibility for myself. So, for instance, I've really stopped the scrolling. Not only that, but I love listening to other YouTubers, and I've noticed that like during eclipse season, or maybe they got more fear-based, or I just started to realize it. So I'm just stopping listening. Like I'll just be like doing all my chores and stuff, because I got a million things on the go. I've got 4 kids, so like I have a lot of stuff to do on the daily. And I'll just put in my YouTube podcasts and I'll just listen. And but it's like I've even stopped doing that because I'm noticing like there's so much fear out there. No matter where you go, you think you're on like a high vibe channel. But the thing is you do get like pulled in by that headline, right? By the fear. And I'm just like, no, I'm going toward another way, a different timeline. I'm connecting with my future self over there. And the politics and the squabbling and the really good cause that your friend over here on Facebook can't stop talking and the rants and the observer role, staying neutral. You're not saying they're right, they're wrong. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong, nobody's right and wrong. I'm not right and wrong. I'm just being the neutral observer, keeping my eye on the prize, staying in my own lane. Is that what the kids say these days? Staying in my own lane, keeping my eye on the future self, the now, higher vibes that like this week. If we can do it, if we can do all these things in this week, if you can get there, and of course it's not all day. Of course it's not. Like I say, I got 4 kids. I've got a million things to do, this and that, you know. But if we can just stay focused on reaching for the next higher thought, if we can just stay focused on stop judging, if we can just stay focused on realizing that every single day we have a new opportunity to remember who we truly are. And we're not allowing anyone to define us. Nobody can define us anymore. If we can just remember that and just keep practicing each day, we get a little bit better. We get a little bit better. We get a little bit stronger, feel a little bit more empowered. That's what this week is for. And it's hard and it takes focus, and we have to focus our thoughts. We have to stay focused on our emotions so our emotions don't take charge of us. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. I got some notes. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay, September 26th. Okay. Oh yeah. What do I do? I go over here, September 26th. Okay, I got on a rant and then I totally forgot how to do this. No problem. Here we are, September 26th. Here's all the notes. These are the like the key dates, if you will. September 1, Saturn went back into Pisces. I'm telling you, this is like the dream reality that's occurring with Saturn and Neptune coming together February 20th, 2026. This is the training ground. Like, can we get there? Can we get there? Can we stay high vibing? Can we stay high? Because this is a date. Here's a date that we are being offered by the cosmos. September 6th, Uranus stationed retrograde. And then the next day was the full moon total lunar eclipse. September 21 was the new moon solar eclipse. September 22 was the equinox, and Mars squared Pluto. So this all happened the day after. So we had this, we had the portal. I talked about it every day, this portal energy. It's always intense. The powers that should not be know, they know, and they got us here. They got us really divisive. They got us polarized. And so now we take back our power after this and we realize, I have power over where I put my energy because my energy is sacred and I won't be expelling energy to people, to things, to causes, to judging, to gossiping. Like I'm not putting my energy there because my energy is way too precious to me. And I finally like I've been through enough draining of my energy to see it. Here we are, we're seeing it. Mars continues to square Pluto and the moon in Scorpio. Okay, so Mars is in Scorpio. That's where Mars is. Pluto's in Aquarius. So they're squaring each other. So, Scorpio risings, I got a comment that she's a Scorpio, so am I. We feel it deeply. Scorpio rising, Mars is in our sign. Mars is very strong in Scorpio. It's one of the rulers, right? Aries and Scorpio rule Mars. And so I'm a hardcore Mars person because I'm Scorpio rising and I'm an Aries sun. So like I can teach you because I know how to use high vibing Mars energy. Are you ready? This is how you do it. Exercise. I was at the gym this morning and I rocked it. And look, I'm probably the oldest person in that room. I go to spin class and I probably am, I think I am the oldest person in that room. And I did really well today. This is it. Like, you don't have to go to spin class, but like, get out for that walk, okay? Get the energy out. Otherwise, you're seeing it out there. That's why there's the car accidents. That's why people are fighting. That's why people are losing their shit on social media about this cause and that political thing. And this is my opinion. And people are just like losing it because they don't know what to do with this Mars energy. I did the exercise. That's so high vibing Mars. Get your workout in. Get your, that's just a hot tip for you. Okay, so September 26th, moon moves into Sag. Okay, so moon's out of Scorpio today, and moon goes into Sag. Well, Sagittarius can be the false prophet, low vibing, or it can be your greatest guru, right? So what do you believe? Do you believe anything I'm saying? Does anything I'm saying resonate? I'm not trying to recruit anybody, that's for sure. And nor am I trying to be a guru. I'm just trying to provide some support during these extremely intense times. So, what do you believe? Go, write it. Write it out in your journal. What do you believe? Do you believe that you have power over your energy? Do you believe that? You know, it's stuff like this. Do you believe that anybody can define you? You know, they judge you. People are judging everyone right now. There's so many judgmental. Everybody's so judgmental, right? So if somebody judges you, do you believe that? Or do you know who you are? So the moon was going into Sag gives us this moment to like reconnect with who we are, what we believe, okay? So, but into today and into the weekend, Mars is squaring Pluto. It's still happening. It's still all those things I said, the car accidents, the people losing their shit on social media, standing up for these causes and they're just like, not stopping. This is what I believe. You got to believe it. You got to like, keep posting, keep posting, keep posting, keep posting this thing that you believe. You're seeing it all over the social medias. Or else like you're seeing other influencers out there talking about, you know, their politics and their opinions and all this stuff, and so many comments, right? So, what do you believe? Not what other people believe. What do you believe? And do you truly believe that nobody has the right to judge you or define who you are, you know? If you stop judging people and you just make an effort, and I've told this story in many of these updates that I quit gossiping a few years ago. And it changed everything. It changed all my relationships because I started to realize the people I was hanging out with, everyone judges and gossips. So I was like, well, I don't belong here because I'm not doing it. And it must mean that you're gossiping and judging me. And sure as surely, I found out they were all gossiping about me. So it's like, okay, friendships ended. And like I got on totally new timelines. And I know that sounds scary to a lot of people. Like you probably are feeling this. A lot of you, this is probably hitting a lot of you. You're realizing like the people you're hanging out with are actually stealing your energy. So maybe it's not so much your social media, it's not so much the influencers out there, but it's actually the people that you're surrounding yourself with, like your friends. And that was a very rude awakening for me a few years back. But really, it was the greatest gift, me stopping gossiping because what it does is it like course corrects all that energy out of your life so that you can get onto a new timeline with people that are more in alignment with who you truly are, right? So that's what's happening for everyone right now. You might not be getting in the car accident and you might not be seeing the online squabbles, but maybe it's happening actually in your own life. What are you being asked to cut away? So what I'm going to do over the next few days is because Mars is squaring Pluto for a few days here. And this is it. Like this is the energy. This is the hardest week of the year. This is it. So I'm going to give you two things to look for every day. Um, so number one, cutting away what isn't you. Like I said, like I am not that judgmental, gossipy person. Okay, that isn't me. It doesn't resonate with me. Maybe I was at one point in my life. You know, I was, and I contributed in the gossiping. When you get together with friends, you get together at cocktails, and it comes out. Usually, it comes out to someone will say, "Oh, I'm not trying to gossip or anything, and I care so much about her," but blah 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 blah. It's just like, oh my God, get me out of here! Like literally, get me out of here! Like I can't even be seated at the table anymore. It's like cutting away what isn't you, number one. So I wrote a little something here. Mars acts like a cosmic scalpel, helping you separate from roles, identities, and categories that no longer feel authentic. That's the secret sauce. I was talking about it with Joanna on Demystifying Divinity. That authenticity, that's the secret sauce. The A word is authenticity. This can be uncomfortable, but it is ultimately clarifying. Yeah, so like I gave you the gossiping example. It was very clarifying. Like quickly the universe showed me the people that I was spending my energy with. So hearing their stories, spending time with them, making plans with them, going out, getting the babysitter, all that stuff back in those days. It was a big deal for me to leave the house or whatever. Because, I've got all these kids, right? So it's like, okay, if I'm gonna give you my precious time and I'm expending my energy, then the energy better be reciprocated and I better get the support back that I'm giving out and the energy better be right. So I started to realize it wasn't right. And so it course corrects. That can be scary and it was scary and I was very lonely and I was very isolated for a while. Um, so I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you. It wasn't an easy thing, but I did realize what was happening. It's like you can't blame anyone. You can't say it's their fault when you're the one that needs to work on your energy. Who is worthy of your energy? Who is worthy of your energy? So again, I'm going to reread number one. This is like Mars squaring Pluto, tip number one, cutting away what isn't you. Mars acts like a cosmic scalpel. Yes, Mars rules knives, weapons. Mars is the god of war. So high vibing Mars is that cosmic scalpel, cutting it away. It's like Archangel Michael with his sword is like, no more. Like Archangel Michael doesn't fart around, right? Like there's no more farting around. Get that cosmic scalpel. You can imagine in your mind's eye Archangel Michael putting his sword down and saying, absolutely no more. And it helps you to separate from roles, identities, categories that are no longer, that don't feel authentic. You have to be authentically you in these changing cosmic times. This can be uncomfortable, but it's ultimately clarifying. Okay, number one was great. I read it twice. Okay, number two, empowering moments of truth. This is another one. Expect moments of confrontation or crisis that force you to stand in your truth. While intense, these moments help define who you are and who you are not. So I have another example. So back then, in those days when I was cutting out the gossip and cutting out the nonsense and really starting to think, oh, wait, like I feel emotionally drained at the end of this day. Now, why is that? My kids were awesome, like we had a great day. Like, like I started doing the inventory and I started to really think about it and taking radical response. It's like, wait a minute here. I'm listening to so many people and their victim stories, and I'm not saying anything. So now it's time. Now it's time to say something. And so I would start saying over here, I would start, and 9 times out of 10, most people are like, oh my God, thank you so much, like for snapping me out of it. Thank you so much for, helping me put an end to that. What do you think? What are some good suggestions on like how I could maybe stop like for the most part, it was received well. There was someone that I said some truth to, and I knew if I said it, the friendship would be over. And sure as surely, the friendship was over. So again, it's the universe course correcting for you. So like these examples that I've given you, the gossiping, you stop worrying about like what other people think of you. You finally say the thing, and these things can be scary and you will lose friends, right? When you start to authentically show up as yourself. But that's exactly what Mars square Pluto is trying to help us to do. This is high vibing Mars square Pluto. It doesn't have to be, car accidents and people fighting on social media and political debate. It doesn't have to be that. It can be like all these examples I'm giving you on the personal level of like, you really got to tidy up your life, girl. Because the people you're surrounding yourself don't deserve your energy. And also, is your energy leaky? Are your boundaries leaky? I was certainly no angel, and I was like leaking out my energy left, right, center. My boundaries were horrible. I started to tidy up my life. And yes, I do still have some friends and people from my life from before. They're gems, the ones that are still there. But for the most part, I definitely did some cosmic scalpeling in who I was hanging around, who is worthy of my energy, who's worthy of hearing my stories, who's worthy of my loyal friendship, because I am a very loyal friend. I always have been. So maybe I'm speaking to even one person out there listening to this, but that's what Mars square Pluto is trying to get us to do. It's not just friendships, it's getting real about our marriages. And it's getting real about like, is this job crushing my soul? Is this thing that I'm giving so much energy to, is it crushing my soul? There's a lot of that. It's about taking radical responsibility for your energy and cutting out what you need to cut out and being authentic. Authentic is the key word. If you can just ask yourself, is this an authentic relationship? Like at the end of the day, if you finally have time for some journaling or whatever, or you do it first thing in the morning, that's the key question. Is this authentic? This thing that's bothering me, say it's a friendship, say it's a job, say it's your marriage, say, whatever it is, like the key words to journal on is authenticity. And so going down squabbly roads, so say you have say it's your husband, and all you do is squabble, 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 bip, 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 and you're not actually dealing with like what's going on inside. Can you do that? Can you take responsibility for your side of the street, as they say? And can you cut away what you need to cut away? I'm not saying everyone go dump your husband. I'm saying like, oh, maybe there is something that you do in the marriage that you need to take responsibility for and choose another way. Maybe that's something that you can do. But bottom line, this energy gets people fighting. This energy gets people blaming and shaming and spiraling quick. So check in with yourself. Are you resting? Are you hydrating? And are you exercising the body however you can exercise, however you can move your body? Because the energy needs to leave. The energy is strong. Can you get the energy out some way, somehow? Okay, here's the spread for today. I hope you liked my top two tips. Come back tomorrow for more. Okay, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. When she's sitting upright, non-gender specific, she got money in the bank. She's so grounded. She's so grounded because it's Earth sign, right? Pentacles is Earth sign. You're not feeling very grounded right now. Uh-huh. It's the hardest week in the astrology all year. It's okay to feel ungrounded. It's okay. Yeah, and you're feeling like a little kid, like, hey guys, like this is like the little teenager vibes. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. You might even feel like, God, I've been doing it since I was a teenager, and I've been gossiping about women since I was a teen. You might like be getting real with yourself, like, okay, this is actually behavior that goes back a long time. It's okay. We're not blaming and shaming anyone. High Priest in reverse, also very grounded. This is Taurus energy. He's not grounded. This is also the moon going into Sag, because he is like a priest. He is like a guru, if you will. And you're not feeling like, I don't know what to believe anymore. This is when it comes in reverse, it's like, I'm not feeling grounded. And in fact, I've been doing some things since I was probably young, and I might even be behaving like a teenager, even though I'm like a 50-year-old woman, right? You might start to realize these things. King of Pentacles in reverse. So we got the King and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse to start the reading, to end the reading. He's not grounded either. A lot of us are not feeling grounded. That's totally normal. Okay, it's normal to not feel grounded in this energy. Star card in reverse. So we got like two major arcanas, one king, one queen. But upright, all those cards like say this is like the future. This is the dream world. This is like our hopes, wishes, and dreams and the greatest good for all. And we have to stay focused on that. Like I really love connecting with my future self. Like as much as I totally agree with staying in the now, having gratitude in the today. Yes, yes, yes. Do all that. But like for me, connecting with my future self is less about like, oh, that's when I'll be, better looking. That's when I'll be skinny. That's when I'll be rich. It's less about that. It's more about like higher timeline. I'm going higher timeline here. Joy, joy. That's where joy is. You can find it in the now and you can find it with your future self. Okay, here we go. Freya, the goddess of discernment. Oh, I love that. We're not feeling grounded. We don't have discernment right now. It's okay. Like it's hard. This week is hard. Freya, the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. So we've had her before, and she gave us that advice back in eclipse season. She's come back to tell us hell yes or hell no. That's how you know. Like, do I really want to hang out with this friend tonight? Like, do I really want to hear her story over and over that she's been telling since we were teenagers? Do I really want to hear how much she hates her husband again? Do I really want all that? Hell yes or hell no. Like, this is how we can make decisions and high vibe when we maybe don't know quite what we believe yet. Maybe we're not feeling grounded. Do we leave the house? Hell yes or hell no. Do we do we make big decisions right now? It's only hell yes or hell no. There's no maybes right now. Um, Best advice, get outside for some exercise. Go for a walk. Like you don't have to go to the gym. I love the gym. I love going to spin class, but I also love getting outside for walks and just having that walking meditation. Be with yourself. Own your energy. If you find yourself judging, that's the invitation to take a step back, become the observer. It's okay to observe. Okay, so they're doing the political thing. Okay, they're not feeling good about something and their fears are coming out on social media. It's okay. I don't need to judge her and I don't need to judge him. Nobody's judging anyone. Can you just observe it for what it is and stay neutral? Can we? Because this week, it's really hard to do, but if we can do it, we are the spiritual gangsters that we knew we could do it. That's why we signed up to come to Earth right now. It's all happening. February 20th, Saturn and Neptune coming together, February 20, 2026. It's not far. That's not far away. And that's a whole new era. That is like new Earth. That is dream reality. We can get there. We're getting some coaching with the cosmos to really get our vibration right. Take radical responsibility for yourself. And if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. Okay, come back for tomorrow.